Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. While it remains to be seen when new Brooklyn Nets swingman Ben Simmons will be able to make his season debut as he continues to deal with a back injury. Nets coach Steve Nash said Simmons will join up with his new team in Philadelphia on Wednesday and will sit on the bench with the team Thursday. Simmons, who was acquired from the 76ers last month along with Andre Drummond, Seth Curry and two future first-round picks in exchange for All-Star guard James Harden and Paul Millsap, is expected to be roundly booed Thursday after requesting a trade from the Sixers after last season. Citing mental health concerns, Nash was quick with his answer Tuesday when asked if he thought it would be good for Simmons to be in that environment in Philadelphia. "It's great," Nash said. "He's on our team. He needs to be with his teammates and get the whole Philly thing out of the way a little bit. Maybe it never goes away, but the first time it's always nice to kind of deal with it and move on." Nash said he would be happy to talk to Simmons about the reception he's expected to get, but he said he is confident the 25-year-old former All-Star knows what's coming. "I don't think he's naive to think he's not going to get some boos," Nash said. "I hope he enjoys it. It's a part of the game I miss." Nets star forward Kevin Durant, who went through his own emotional return after leaving the Oklahoma City Thunder following the 2015-16 season, said he would not be saying anything extra to Simmons in advance of his return to Philadelphia. "Absolutely not," Durant said. "That's one of those things he's going to have to experience for himself. I can't go over there and nobody's going to hold his hand. I'm sure it's going to be some personal attacks, some words that may trigger you personally. But that's just how fans are. They're going to get under our skin, and they're going to let their voices be heard. I think part of the experience of coming to an NBA game is to heckle. Some people don't even enjoy basketball. Their lives are so why that they get to just aim it at other people. So it's easy to kind of get that release at a basketball game. Ben understands that, and I'm sure some stuff may be funny. You never know. But at the end of the day, you realize that life is amazing. We play the game of basketball for a living, and a little bit of trash talk is what it is." Durant said Simmons didn't ask about his experience playing against the Thunder in Oklahoma City as a member of the Golden State Warriors. "It's one of those things you just got to experience for yourself," Durant said. "Embrace it. All the greats have been through being called the worst names in the history of the book. The good thing about it is that we get a chance to perform and shut the people up. It's a fun dynamic with fans and players because they really do love us at the end of the day. But a part of their job is to be fans, be fanatics, and be radical about the game and about their team. So we all understand this as professionals. Some of the stuff may go overboard, but at the end of the day, ain't nothing going to happen to us. I feel." Durant feels that the circumstances that surrounded his Oklahoma City return are different than the ones Simmons will walk into Thursday, because Simmons still isn't able to play due to injury. "It's a different situation because I got to play and shut the people up every time I hit a jump shot," Durant said. "And then, win. It was good too. But Ben doesn't have that opportunity right now. He's got to just sit there and just take a bunch of people being childish, throwing insults at his way because he didn't want to play basketball for them no more. I mean, it's funny when you look at it in the bigger picture. You see what it really is. But that's just the sport we play. That's the profession we're in. We're out making $40 million a year. You can take that for 48 for a couple hours." I'm sure Ben has that approach. As far as when Simmons might be able to play again, that is a question that still does not have a clear-cut answer. Simmons was optimistic about playing in Philadelphia during his introductory news conference, but he has been dealing with back soreness over the last 1.5 weeks as he tries to get closer to playing again for the first time in over 9 months. Simmons still hasn't been cleared to practice, and it is unclear when he will be able to do so. The Nets' next formal practice is scheduled for Saturday in Brooklyn. "It's to be determined," Nash said. "I think he's progressing this week, but I don't know what that means as far as Saturday. So he'll see us in Philly. I don't think he's ready for 5-on-5 basketball, but he's improving, working out. And he'll join us in Philly. And a few good days of rehab." Veteran Nets guard Goran Dragic knows the atmosphere in Philadelphia will likely be intense, but he said he doesn't think Simmons will have an issue with it. "It's probably not going to be pleasant," Dragic said. "The same as in Toronto. But it is what it is. We're all professional athletes. At the end of the day, it's only booze, so you just go out there and perform and try to do your best. But as long as it's nothing serious, no throwing things and just be verbal, I don't care." Drummond echoed a similar sentiment in regard to being back in Philadelphia. "It will be a playoff-like atmosphere," Drummond said. I think just based off the trade and us playing them again, and obviously with the Ben situation, it's just two teams that have a good chance of seeing each other in the Eastern Conference Finals. So it's going to be a good game. Drummond figures to play a little more than usual over the next few games, given that Nash said center LaMarcus Aldridge will be out for at least the next 2 games after having an MRI on his right hip. The Nets come into Tuesday's game against the Charlotte Hornets with a 32-33 record, tied with the Hornets for 8th place in the Eastern Conference. They have lost 17 of their past 20 games. Despite what's going on in the standings, Nash knows much of the focus Thursday will be on Simmons' return to Philadelphia. Your first time back in any city after a trade is always a little different and awkward, Nash said. And obviously there's a history there, so it is what it is. He'll be fine. He's a big boy and he's excited to join our team and all that stuff. He wants to be there on the bench with his teammates. Ben Simmons will be in the Wells Fargo Center on Thursday night to watch his team, the Nets, take on his former team, the 76ers, in a blockbuster matchup. On top of that, Simmons' grievance against the 76ers is expected to be filed soon, possibly even in the next couple of days. According to Philly voice Kyle Neubeck, Simmons has yet to make his 2021-22 season debut. He didn't play at all for the Sixers this season before he was traded to the Nets on Feb 10 and is still ramping up for his first game with Brooklyn. During that time, Simmons did not receive pay and was fined for his time missing out. He hopes to earn the money back with the grievance. Every time Simmons missed a game, he was fined $360,000, which has added up to over $19 million this season according to ESPN. He hasn't earned a paycheck since Oct. 1, when he was given $8.25 million. Neubeck explained some of the reasoning behind the grievance claim. Simmons and his representatives offered repeated fleeting explanations for his desire to be traded elsewhere. And eventually those explanations changed to why he simply couldn't do his job. Those ranged from alleged anger over being included in talks for James Harden, frustration over Embiid and Doc Rivers' comments following Game 7, a back issue, and a mental health explanation that ultimately led to a team meeting, with Simmons telling his teammates in late October he was not mentally ready to play. It is anticipated that the mental health component of Simmons' argument will play a key part in the case. Philadelphia has never questioned that part of his absence, and, since joining the Nets, Simmons has actually participated in practices with his teammates. He rarely did so this year with the 76ers, and was reportedly kicked out of a practice and suspended for the team's season opener for conduct detrimental to the team. Doc Rivers said he was a distraction to the team when discussing his decision to remove Simmons from the practice. Neubeck admits that league sources have told him that the Sixers are in a stronger position regarding the grievance case. However, by Simmons filing it officially, the organization will be examined for their actions during the season. It might finally end the Simmons 76ers drama once and for all. This is all for today, folks. If you enjoyed this video, then leave a like, and if you are new, then don't forget to subscribe. Stay tuned for the future updates. See you till the next video. Thank you for watching.